Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to 9 p.m. English News Edition. Dahlan. Member of the Senate take the oath of office meeting with the Minister of Interior. Many of the Jewish schools celebrated the 20 years of state revolution. For international scene, the international community condemns the pro-Trump assault on the Capitol. That was the headlines, and now welcome to the national news. The performance took place in the presence of the President of the Constitutional Council in Toronto, the member of the office of the NC. The mission of CNC is to ensure with the conscience and permittality the recall course of the vote and to register the vote faithfully. Then the members of the Senate office, accompanied by the President of the Supreme Court, went to the office of the Minister of Interior, Mumin Ahmed Sheikh. The Minister warmly welcomed the member of the office of NS. The discussion between the members of the office of Senate and the Minister of focus on the smooth running of the 2021 election. Following the State Journal of Education in December 1999, the Jewish school celebrated this Wednesday, January 6, 2021, the 20th anniversary of its foundation. So the platform organized a ceremony commemorated with the event, changed posters and photo of key members of the evolution of the school, events of the head of state and men and women who have shaped the school over the past 20 years. The crime said the tone of the party that was equally to event. In the earlier afternoon, the college stadium was crowded with the tens of thousands of students from all over the country and for all levels. Other day of education, transport of pets and supervised by their dangerous and responsibilities. Officials, including minister, elected officials, and the diplomatic corps, as well as representatives of international organizations, were able to enjoy the rich program and the atmosphere co-connected by the organizing committee. Musical entertainment, dance, and dance, as well as a sketch followed by a tropical served as spectators. Then the highlight of the ceremony was the parable of the commandment of the educational community behind Chante Benerse. This large-scale festival was attended by officials, including ministers, elected officials, and the diplomatic corps, as well as representatives of international organizations who were very enthusiastic and enjoyed the rich program and the atmosphere concocted by the organizing committee. Musical entertainment, songs, and dance, as well as flowing by tropical service as set. Then the electric ceremony was a educational community behind the part of the school, a high point of intense payment of enjoy of the ceremony. Members of the government, the mayor, and so many other personalities have honored with their presence this beautiful ceremony commemorating the 20th anniversary of the foundation of the Jewish school. In his speech, the Minister of National Education and Vocational Training, Mustafa Mohammed Mahmoud, recalled the course of the school since 2000 to become a democratic school adapted to the social cultural reality by ensuring equal opportunity for all Jewish children of school age. Under the high patronage of the Mr. Musa Mohammed His Excellency Ahmed, the Minister of Equipment and Transport, Colonel Waisam Bokore, Commander of the Coast Guard, organized at Camp Dorale a ceremony of awarding the stripes to officer and commissioned officer and agent of the Coast Guard. This ceremony took place in the morning of January 6, 2021 in festive atmosphere in the conference hall of the Camp Dorale. This ceremony organized by Colonel Wais Umar Bogore, commander of the Coast Guard under the auspice of the Minister of Equipment and Transport, so the evaluation to the rank of Lieutenant Colonel of the Deputy Commander of the Coast Guard, Lieutenant Colonel Mohammed Addawi Mohammed. In all, about 100 Coast Guard personnel were elevated to the rank of officer, no commissioned officer and agent respectively during this ceremony. The pre-award ceremony ended with the traditional group photo with the recipient of the day. As part of its cultural cooperation, Djibouti France, the Minister of Muslim Affairs, Culture and Prosperity, Waqaf His Excellency Mumin Hassan Pare, received this morning in audience in his office His Excellency Arnaud Qualas, Ambassador of France, accredited in Djibouti. The meeting was attended by the technical advisor to the Minister, Mr. Idris Musa Ahmed, and the Director of Culture, Mr. Douali Hassan Ahmed, and for the French party, Stéphane Caleti, head of the mission of the Director of the French institution in Djibouti. After the customary greeting and reciprocal representation of best wishes for 2021, the Minister and the Ambassador welcomed the excellent cultural relation between the two friendly countries, and especially the various cultural activity carried out during the year 2020. The two parties focused their discussion on ways and means to further most cultural and artistic cooperation, and in particular technical support in the field of library and archives. Today, the Higher Institution of Health and Science and end of the training course on nasopharyngeal sampling for the screening of COVID-19, which took place in collaboration with the Regional Institute of Health and Social Training of the Virgin Rhone Allergen. To this end of training, in the presence of the Minister of Higher Education and Research, Dr. Nabil Mohammed Ahmed, the Director of CERD, Dr. Jalal Al-Dini Mohammed, and the Director of the Institute, Ms. Nadir and Abdullah Yahya, and his close collaborators and their trainer Abdurrahman Muhammad Musa. The Minister followed closely explained the cooperation carried out by an sphere of institute. One of the trainers, Mr. Abdurrahman Muhammad Musa, who explained the use of the rapidization of the test and the orientation of a diagnostic slide. The director of the institute, Ms. Nadira Abdullah, recalled that the mission of the youth is to design a training program and train health professionals. The Minister of Higher Education, Dr. Nabil Mohammed Ahmed, stressed the importance of training program for health professionals. Ceremony of welcoming and integration of the new medical specialists of national policy took place today at the military hospital. The Chief of General Staff of the Armed Forces, General Secretary Sheikh Ibrahim, took part today in a grand ceremony to welcome the new doctors of the national policy. This national policy specialized will be made available to the military hospital by pooling resources between the two parties, and mainly the Egyptian Army Force and the policy. Upon his arrival, he was welcomed by the Director General of the National Policy, Colonel Abdullah Abdi Farah. As part of the program for the promotion and protection of human rights, the UNFD, in collaboration with the UNICEF, organized a capacity building training on facilitation and mass mobilization technique for the three new chiefs of the North, Dora, Asasana, and Orapor, and the revitalization GCC of Tajora City. The objective of this training is to introduce the 20 members responsible for the community management committee on the basis of the function and responsibility of CMC, as well as the roles, the distribution of positive and the work accepted. And now moving on to the international news. As the country watched thousands of pro-Trump protesters storm the United States Capitol Wednesday afternoon, leaders around the world publicly commended the action. Several foreign embassies in Washington have also used warning to their citizens who are in the country's capital to stay home or shelter in place, including Bulgaria, Saudi Arabia, and Turkey. That's it for this edition. Thanks for your attention. Very wonderful evening.